Hey y'all, I'm Jordan with AviNation. We're here at SUNnFUN 2025 and we're on the tram for TramTalk. I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself and who you're with.
My name's Aaron. I'm from a small town in Missouri. I'm a flight instructor for Skyline.
So you have a really cool story. You come from some pilots. Can you tell us, how did you get into aviation?
My grandpa retired from Emirates. My dad is a captain at JetBlue. And then my uncle is a captain at JetBlue as well. And then my other uncle, who we had 15, and now he's at Southwest.
That's really cool that you've been around it your whole life and
Yeah.
exposed to it. Do you think there's anything you've learned from being around it your whole life?
Probably being around my whole life, I have a lot more of an idea of what it looks like flying for the airlines. Obviously, my whole family's done it, so I kind of grew up around that, the lifestyle. And I think that kind of helps me see like what I want to do when I get older, and maybe like a motivation to think, oh, my dad does a great job and he's really happy. I want to be like that.
For sure. So what goals do you have set for yourself at the moment?
At the moment, it's just, being safe, flight instructing, helping my students be the best they can be. I do a lot of flying in our multi-engine airplanes. So with that, there's a lot of different aspects of teaching. My main goal is I want to fly a bigger airplane than my dad.
For sure. That's a very good goal to have. You speak about flight instructing. What advice would you give to other flight instructors that could help them be better?
I think the best thing you can do as a flight instructor to make yourself better is to want your students to do good. If you go out there and you just want, to get time or get the day over with, you're never going to enjoy it. If you really find yourself wanting to help those students be better and see them succeed, you're going to find a lot more joy in the job.
10,000%. I think having people who you can help is also a good motivator to keep you going for sure.
Sure.
What advice would you give if you could talk to your younger self in terms of aviation?
I could talk to my younger self. I'd probably work harder, study more, the same normal stuff. And then honestly, to kind of enjoy the ride a little bit more. Not so much like grind, but like, go on more fun flights, do fun stuff in airplanes, go to air shows, find more enjoyment in aviation, and it'll make it a lot better.
For sure. And do you have any tips for staying disciplined when it comes to the studying and maybe the stuff that people don't look forward to as much?
Staying disciplined. A lot of people find, wait till the last second to study for their check ride or their written test. But if you just find time throughout the day, you just say, I'm going to study 20 minutes a day every day, that will kind of keep you going at a good pace, and it'll make it a lot easier in the long run.
10,000%. And this is your first time at SUNnFUN, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think of it so far?
It's a lot of fun. We're doing a lot of working, talking about our airplanes. We have airplanes at 3 different booths. We have our own booth, and then we have a new plane at Diamond and a plane at Texas Aircraft. So we're spread thin throughout the whole thing.
And speaking of Diamond, what's your favorite part of being part of that team?
It's nice flying Diamonds because, number one, it's something different. Everyone flies Cessnas or Pipers, but when you have Diamonds, it's like, those, Edinburgh Flight School has those. The 20 is different. No one sees them very often. And then we have, obviously, the 42 is pretty much the pinnacle of multi-engine training. So it's just cool to have them and, have that nice airplane.
For sure. And what's your favorite airplane?
My favorite airplane, F-16.
All right,
Sure.
that's a good solid
Yeah.
answer. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your SUNnFUN.
Thank you.